Good morning, Crosswalk. We're so excited to have you with us this morning. And if it's your first time here, we hope that you will have a blessed experience worshiping with us. If you haven't yet found a place that you can call your family, your home, then we want to invite you to consider Crosswalk as a place that you might want to consider as your family. Today we're looking at the life of Joshua. So last week we looked at the history of Joshua, the context, who he was as a person. But today we're going to chapter 1, verses 1 to 5, where we go a bit deeper. But before we go there, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever accomplished a task which turned out way better than you had initially anticipated? How did you react? How did you do it? Well, today we're going to look at Joshua, where the exact same thing happened. He started something, he went into something, and the end was so much better than he could have possibly imagined. For now, let's read the Bible. Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 to 5. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord came to Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' assistant. "And Moses my servant is dead," he said. "Now therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, you and all this people, into the land that I am giving to them, to the people of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, and all the land of the Hittites, to the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your territory. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so will I be with you. I will not leave you. I will not forsake you." God promises Joshua that he's going to be with him every step of the way, that he will protect him, that he will guide him. But more than that, God promises that every place that Joshua steps on, that land, he will give to him. Moses has just died, and it's up to Joshua to continue this work that the Lord has given him. And so the Lord calls him. The Lord calls Joshua, and he's got to take this great step. But notice one thing. Everything that God has promised, it all depends on God. It's entirely up to God to give the land. It's entirely up to God to make things possible, to make things work. But it all begins with Joshua taking that first step. Perhaps you're at a similar point in your life. Is there something that you want to do with God, but you haven't yet decided to take that leap, to take that jump? Perhaps there's something that you want to do for God. Perhaps you want to take up a new task at church. Perhaps you want to start reaching out to people at your workplace, people in your family, and you're not too sure exactly how to do it. Well, that's what faith is about. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I want to give a challenge to you this morning. Perhaps there is an area that you know that God has called you to, but for whatever reason, perhaps out of doubt, perhaps out of fear, you don't know exactly how to take that leap. The Lord has made it simple. Take a step, reach out, shake a hand, greet a person, give a smile, give a hug. It starts with one step at a time, and the rest is up to God. May you have a blessed experience at Crosswalk.